Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and we are checking out the brand new Hypo hero. So overall guys, it seems like the Celestial hero pretty cool, but as you can see, this is another support hero. So they did double support with Celestial with the Hypogenians. Very cool looking hero. Pretty wicked in comparison. And this is Lucilla. Let's run through the skills and abilities, guys. Now, we know the first one, of course, is an energy regeneration hero with an energy reduction, damage, things of that nature, with a linking ability. But let's see what we got here, guys. The Crimson Domain. Now, this, I know they do kind of work in conjunction, which is going to be pretty interesting to see if you have to run them together or if the heroes can also run independently. So the active ability here, she consumes 200 energy per second to create a domain around herself until all energy is exhausted, which means giving her more energy is going to be a lot better. While active, the attack rating and defense of all allied heroes are increased by 30% of the attributes sealed by Lucilla's Crimson Sith. Enemies within the domain cannot gain shields. That's pretty interesting. That means there are a lot of heroes that this hero specifically cannot run with. In the passive ability, she wields the Crimson Sith to attack, sealing enemy heroes and reducing their attributes until she is defeated. So until she dies, a normal attack, 5% to 30% of the defense rating. Moon Shade Chase, 5% to 30% of current attack rating. Full Moon, 10% to 25% of current attack rating and defense rating. Each enemy hero will be sealed for up to 40% of the initial attributes. While fighting alongside Liberta, the Crimson Sith will always seal for the maximum possible value and will also remove the Punishing Orbs. So remember the Punishing Orbs from the other hero we are looking at, so they are really running in conjunction. When active, the attack and defense rating of all allied heroes increased by 50%. Wow. Guys, that is a 50% buff right there. Each enemy hero can be sealed up to 60% of her initial attributes. The Moonshade Chase, and again, these are the other abilities that kind of trigger what we have going on there. Selects a random hero to chase in each battle. She selects the opposing enemy first, so that is going to go right to the other side, similar to what we see with Thalia. The seal's effectiveness is increased by 75% after against the chase target. Once the limited seal attack rating is reached, you will select another enemy to chase. So the active ability launches a slash to attack the chase target, dealing damage equal to 300% of the attack rating and stunning and dashing to their location. Very cool. Then the stun duration goes to 3 seconds right there. Full Moon, when she deals damage equal to 250% of the attack rating to nearby enemies with healing restrictions for 4 seconds. She chases and hits the target, 350% damage. Takes 20% less damage from non-chase targets, so that means one specific target, and then 50% less damage for non-chase targets. I'm kind of thinking here, if you're running like a Peanut, if you're running a Merlin, something like that, if she's already taking 50% less damage from non-chase targets, and then you buff on top of that, going to be interesting. Increase damage from 300 of the attack rating, and increase damage dealt to the target to 400% of the attack rating. Then, of course, the Shadow Form increases the defense rating by 40%. Already has a massive damage reduction, and now she is increasing the defense rating on here. One time per battle after taking fatal damage, she is resurrected, so now she has a cheat death. Wow, it seems like she is really broken in comparison. Increases defense rating by 50% of the defense rating sealed by the Crimson Sith. Increases attack rating by 35% of the attack rating. Then, of course, the E60 guys. Number of resurrections increased to 2 when fighting alongside Liberta. Resurrections are increased to 3. This hero can die 3 times and stay alive. And while Liberta is about to take fatal damage, she will use up one of her resurrections to block the damage and grant him immunity to all damage and control effects. So even if the counterpart dies, she is still going to protect and essentially use one of her resurrections for the hero, which is awesome. That is really cool to see. Well, the domain is active. All allied heroes deal 5% more damage, which is awesome. Damage further boosted if the ally's attack rating exceeds that of the enemy or 10% more. While the domain is active, all allied heroes gain 15% more damage or 30 if the attack is there. While the domain is active, all allied heroes gain 20 magical pierce points, 20 physical points. In addition, take 50% less damage. In addition, Liberta takes 15% less damage, which of course is the counterpart, but that gives up to a 30% damage enhancement plus magical pierce and physical pierce on top of that. Within the domain, Lucilla silhouette will appear and use normal attacks to do damage equal to 100% of the attack rating. Wow, this can be triggered every 2.5 seconds. Now she's going to have a silhouette similar to what we see with the awakened version of Baden. Enemies within the domain take an extra 20% damage. If there are more surviving allied heroes than enemies, the enemies within the domain take extra damage for a maximum of 40%. She is insane. This is insane. Every time she takes damage, her silhouette will appear and use full moon against the attacker. This can trigger every 5 seconds. Man, they really, really built out this hero. I want to see exactly what she looks like. All right, so there she is. She moves right to the target. There is the domain. So similar to what we see with Edwin, seems like a lot of a combination, guys, with some of the heroes going in there. There is the anti-heal reduction. Wow. He literally just flies around the battlefield. That is sick. That is pretty impressive, guys. So let's see. I want to keep her. Well, we know she's support, but she's going to go front line. I mean, that's an absolute given. Let's give her some more of the defensive buffs. Let's do double tank. I want to see what she can do for damage wise. Boom. She literally just goes straight front line. And of course, that heal reduction is going to be big, guys. And of course, we're fighting Alna and Mishka. Literally, when a target goes down, he is right there. Wow. Talk about a hero that just stays right in combat, guys. Because again, there is no lost attack time for her walking around to different targets. And look at Peanut. Peanut doing incredible. Again, we're going to have to see exactly where this scales. Because if it scales too low, like we seen originally with Lucretia, it's going to be pretty interesting. Because again, there's going to be... we're going to have to see exactly where this looks like. And it looks like she works incredibly well with the counterpart. All right, guys. So that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.